You all so very much for down this morning. It's such a joy to hear each and every region represented on the call this morning. We got New Jersey. Actually, we have some family in New Jersey that's doing the vitamin spray, so we have to find out who else that is in New Jersey that's trying to connect. So we need to get you connected with the team that's in New Jersey. And welcome everyone that's calling from California, from Reno. Gregory, how you doing, sir? From Maryland, from Washington, D.C., Atlanta, Michigan, Detroit, all around the globe. We have everyone that's dialing in and ready to share the experience that they're having with these awesome vitamin sprays that we have. Do we realize it was going to really take off like this? I was thinking the other day, in everyone's household, everyone have vitamins in their household. Everyone has vitamin in their household, but guess what? They don't have it in a vitamin spray, not yet. So everyone that wants to take vitamins, they're going to take that choice. They're going to have that wonderful, awesome choice to be able to take their vitamins in a spray. Do you not see these vitamin sprays being in every single household around the globe? No one wants to take pills anymore. Not even children like pills. Teenagers don't like pills. Young adults don't like taking pills. Elderly people can hardly swallow them. Here we have a natural vitamin spray. 98% of the nutrition in your bloodstream, right where it's needed, where it can go to work and do the body justice. We have a win-win situation in our hand. We're in such a good position, and you have no idea. You do not realize the timing and positioning you have placed yourself in. You're in a position of favor. Whether you realize it or not, you need to thank the person who invited you to this call. You need to thank the person who invited you to this wonderful opportunity to get on board. We're catching this wave of growth as we introduce the vitamin sprays to the world. And they are making changes around the globe in people's health. We cannot claim that we do healing. We cannot do that. But we have a boatload of testimonies that people are sharing as a result of taking the 10 vitamin sprays, including my own, including my business partner. Everyone that's with me are getting the results from these vitamin sprays. I'm going to stop right here and bring on my business partner, One Star, Pastor Del Wafer. Are you there, sir?
What's happening, One Star, Pastor Denise? How are you doing?
I like that trend, boy. I tell you, I was saying for the whole bunch for you. You were showing off at that presentation last Thursday.
I'll tell you, man. They're signing up. Well, the things that you're just saying about, how fast it's taking out, the spray vitamin revolution, the product and the quality of products that we're having, that the absorption rates are so great that people are getting such return on their health as a result of the absorption rate. And that's what people are realizing, is that you got a product that works, you got a product that's real, you got a product that's unique in the form of a spray. And, not only that, you got a position in time in this company that's really phenomenal. We had a TTP last night in my home, and one of the gentlemen that was there, when we start talking about timing, start talking about, there's not 500,000 people between you and the company, or 1 million people between you and the company, but there's right now a very few 100 people in the company. And I'm telling you, he was like shaking his head. Yeah, he said, that's the deal right there. That's what's exciting. Cheryl Gray brought him, and he was like, this is it. This is the one. I can see this, you see. And he saw the positioning and timing. And also, he's an educator as well, and I think he studied biology or something like that, but he teaches in the medical school. And he was just talking about how people just really don't understand that, your body is made of certain things like, minerals and calcium and all these things. And when your body has the ability or has the chance to get what God's pharmacy has created for it's vitamins, he said, your body responds better. He said, your body recognizes it. He said, you're going to get, these prescriptions and these drugs, and all of the things that's in those drugs, your body doesn't recognize it. It doesn't know what to do with it, He says, but it knows what to do with the vitamin D and B12 and these other things that we have. And so he was done. He was ready to go. Matter of fact, he said, we need to get him some more vitamin D3. So, that's what we're seeing, is we're seeing people realizing that this is an opportunity of a lifetime, because it is positioning people to really leverage the newness of this company and the products of this company to really create a financial future for themselves that they couldn't do before. And I challenged people last night in the TTP, and I said, listen, if we can show you how to make in 4 years what you will make in 40 years on a career, which one would you prefer to choose? You know? And being this early in the company and with our compensation plan, with the cycles that we can get as a result of where somebody is so high up in this company, I am telling you, it is doable. What you have earned in 20 years, 30 years, you can earn in 4 years in this company. So that's the story we're telling people, and that's what people are getting excited about.
You know, Pastor Dale, and I know that you're giving them at least 4 years, but the way the way everything is really happening right now with Ken, I do believe it's going to be less than 4 years because we have something that's already in demand. We have a vitamin spray that's really helping people. We need vitamins, we need nutrition, and you can see how rapidly every week it's beginning to grow. And it's one because we're sharing it. People don't know. The only reason people are not in 10 right now is because they haven't heard about it. Everyone that hears about it jumps on board and they get in position quick. So we see that this is happening and unfolding really fast. And I'm going to stop. We're going to bring in our coach for today because Pastor, we'll go and 15 minutes will be gone by. We forget that we have our coach on the line with us today. So let's stop right here and bring on our speaker for today, Coach Nikisha Bond. Nikisha, are you there?
Woohoo! I am here, but y'all don't have to stop preaching on my account. I'm sitting over here just getting all excited about the sign up again.
We have to bring you in because I was thinking, Nikisha, as Pastor Dale was talking, when he's talking about the sprays. Now, he talked about the vitamin D. Now, the vitamin D, it continues to be really one of our most popular sprays, and we're getting phenomenal results from the Slim by 10 and the Super 10 and the B12, but the vitamin D really seems to be that one that is really, really enhances everyone's health. But the one that we have coming aboard, that cell energy is going to be the game changer. Would you agree?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I went roller skating last night, this first time in 15 years, and I took that B-boost. It makes you think you're a kid again. But, of course, when I got done, my body said, you're not a child anymore. That's okay because I sprayed some Super 10 and took care of that. But, you know, when you hear Anita Poole explain some of those ingredients that are in the cell energy, it's going to take B-boost and just throw it into the atmosphere. I mean, that is going to replace those sugary monster drinks or big, energy drinks that people are taking. Now they're going to be able to spray and get that natural energy at the cellular level. That is so, so, so exciting.
Well, we're waiting for that, and we know that it's going to be in our hands pretty soon. So I say, family, hold tight. Just continue to share it because it is coming to the market soon, and we will soon have it. And we're going to have some wonderful results from that as well. Nikisha Bond, well, I saw the pictures on Facebook of you and your family roller skating. This is one thing I am loving about Team Effort Network. It's really developed into a culture. We're really beginning to see people just beginning to enjoy life again. Carlisa Washington said last week, it's like she got a second chance at life. She lost over 75 pounds using a Slim by 10. She's jumping up and down on the trampolines with her grandchildren. She's getting ready to do a 2-mile walkathon, and she said it's something that she never thought she'd ever be able to do in life. So, and you're hearing Bishop Penfield. Look at Bishop Penfield, 78 years old, feeling like he's 48. I hear doing things that I guess he thought he would not do before. And this is the results that we're getting. This is the testimonies that we're getting. People seem like they're just getting that second chance, that second win, that second go-get in life. And it just makes your heart rejoice when you hear these stories. And just watching you and your family roller skate, it's just good to see that. It's just a wonderful thing that's happening here in Team Effort Network.
That's true, and this is the beauty of what's happening is that we all get to work together as a team, and you start to create this lifestyle. Sometimes it's not just about the money, it's not just about all the other things that you think it is. It's about being able to spend time with your family. And let me tell you, when you have 4 kids, it's expensive to go roller skating. It was almost $100 for us to go roller skating, but it was like, oh yeah, sure, we'll go roller skating, no big deal, because you know that you're creating that residual income. And you know that you're setting up a safety net so you can do the things that you want to do with your family. So it was really, really exciting because I can say probably, 2 years, a year ago, year and a half ago, we wouldn't have been able to just go roller skating on the fly.
That's true. I hear you. Well, Coach, what are you going to bring us today? What you going to get us started off with this week?
Well, I loved what Pastor Dale was talking about the excitement and all the synergy that's being created at the TTPs. And I've actually had a couple of people reach out to me, and they're like, okay, you've told us that we need to have a TTP, but you haven't told us what is a TTP and how do you organize one and, you know, how do you get that kind of whole layout going? Because you might have some new people who are online, and some people came in through a TTP, but then some people might have just heard about this amazing opportunity, really saw the vision, and they got started, and they're like, oh, what is a TTP? So I just wanted to kind of go over maybe more of a generic outline of how you can structure your TTP. So for those of you who are new on the line and say, what are these acronyms that everyone's throwing out? A TTP is a 10 tasting. Just, you know, an opportunity meeting. It's really a 10 tasting party. You get to taste this new product. You get to taste this new lifestyle. So I really like that name. If you think of in the industry, you have TTPs, which are more of your home parties, smaller events, and then you have your Super Saturdays. So we're not really going to be talking about a Super Saturday too much. We're going to focus more on the TTP and how you guys can organize that for you, for your team, or if you're just getting started, it's kind of like your grand opening. So the difference between a TTP and a Super Saturday is that a Super Saturday is more of a big event. It's a bigger event. It's usually a lot longer, usually between 2 to 4 hours. They have lots of education, lots of training, lots of guest speakers coming in. It's just more of a motivational. It really gets people to see the kind of energy that's being built in the organization. They're great events. But also, you know, they take a lot of time and a lot of energy to plan. A TTP is a much smaller event, and it's really geared towards new guests. You know, you're going to have some people who have already been in the business who are going to be there, but really it's about getting your guests in, giving them an opportunity to taste and hear about the product and to share the opportunity with them. They're going to get to hear some testimonials from people who are always there. That's why we're always telling you guys, go out there and support the local TTP in your area because you never know when they might need an additional person to send out a testimonial. And so that's really what a TTP is. Okay, so let's start. Get your pen and paper together so we can start taking notes. Planning your TTP. So first of all, you're going to have to invite people. And, you know, statistically speaking, you're going to want to invite 3 times the number of guests that you want to attend. So on average, it takes 3 people who say yes to actually get 1 body to show up. Now, I don't know why that is. And I personally don't like that part of it. You know, if someone says they're going to be somewhere, they should be somewhere. But I can just tell you from experience, I can tell you statistically speaking, that doesn't always happen. Things come up, you know, children get sick, you know, people get busy or people forget. And so, you know, you want to make sure that you overbook because the people who fall out, at least when you, if you overbook, then the people who fall out, you won't notice them as much. A lot of times what happens is we invite 1 or 2 people, we get really, really excited, like, okay, these are the 2 people, they're going to kick my business off into high gear, and then only 1 person shows up, or nobody shows up, and then we go into this whole depression. Don't worry about that. You know, just keep inviting, keep sharing keep sharing this opportunity, keep sharing these products with people, and get them out to the TTPs that either you're having or someone else is having. The next one is you have to choose the time or day that works for people. Well, I guess you want to do that before you invite people. And weekends in the afternoon work really well, or Monday through Thursday from 7 to 8. I tried a Friday TTP. People just want to drink, and so that's usually not a good mix. So I would recommend keeping them between Monday and Thursday. As you guys can look on our calendar, Thursday is actually a really good day because we have lots of TTPs. I do a webinar on Thursday as well, and I think that's a really, really good day. Wednesday tends to be a struggle sometimes with people because they have a church service on Wednesday. Mondays are really good, too, because you're coming off the weekend, but Tuesdays and Thursdays seem to be some of the best days that I've seen TTPs on. And, of course, usually Sundays don't work very well, but Saturday afternoons do work well, except for people who have sports. So choose a time and day that works best for you. Usually TTPs are going to be about an hour, hour and a half. It just depends on how many testimonials you have, and sometimes you can get people who are kind of long-winded. You ask people for 30 seconds, they get so excited, they give you 30 minutes. So don't worry about that. You know, have some cues for people who are going to be doing testimonials so you can let them know when to kind of wrap it up. Number 3, the first TTP you want to have, I recommend that you do it at your home, because the people that you're going to be inviting to your first TTP are probably going to be your friends, your family, and they all know you, they know your house, and it's going to be more comfortable for them versus inviting them to some kind of a hotel. So the first one is a home meeting. Clean up your house, put some candles on, get a couple balloons from the store, make it a little bit festive for yourself. And a duplication tip. Not everyone can afford to have a TTP at a restaurant or a hotel. So remember, when you're inviting people, especially your family and friends, their first impression is, can I do this? Is this something that I can do? And when you go to a hotel, sometimes that intimidates people. When we first started, we had an office building. It was a beautiful office building with a conference room, and people loved coming in. But the first thing that they did once they signed up is they said, well, I don't have an office building, so I don't know where I'm supposed to have my TTPs. And we're like, do it in your home. It just never really occurred to them, because the first time they go to your TTP is going to be their first experience in the business. So you want to make sure that you do something that's easy to duplicate. But another good tip, if you do decide to do it at a restaurant or you do decide to do it at a hotel, tax deductible. Keep all your receipts. All of the things that you do for your business are tax deductible. So if you guys know this is a 1099 business. This is a real business. At the end of the year, you're going to file taxes. And yes, you're going to have to report the income that you make from Key Messer Network, both from the sprays and from the commissions, but you also get to deduct any expenses that you have. An expense such as a TTP is something that is tax deductible because you wouldn't have done a TTP if you weren't in 10. Okay? So that's just a good tip if you guys didn't know that. Number 4, be a product of the product and have products on hand. You want to make sure that you have products on hand because this is a great opportunity for you to generate some cash flow. It's very important because you're going to be giving people a lot of very valuable information. You heard what Pastor Dale said. When you start telling people about the high absorption, you start telling them about the benefits of what's in these ingredients, people are going to want to say, oh, well, let me just try those sprays. And if you don't have any sprays on hand, you're going to miss the opportunity to really generate some cash flow. It's nothing for people when they go to these meetings to want to buy it all in a 4-pack. So you want to make sure that you have sprays on hand. And if you guys didn't know, yes, you get your auto ship every month, but you can also go online into your back office and you can order what they have as share packs, which is 5 sprays of one particular spray. So the the D3, if that's selling, the D-Power, if that's selling really good for you, you want to get some of those. You get the Slim by 10, get whatever it is that's selling really well for you or that you're really promoting so you can make sure you have enough on hand. And those share packs, guys, they're $75 for 5 sprays, but they also give you 1 point. So this is another way to increase volume on the back end. And what that means is that means you'll get paid on your residual income, that monthly check. That helps with your car bonus. So share packs are a win-win. Extra products on hand for your TTP and also counts as 1 point in your back office. So, never, ever, ever discount the retail opportunity that's here, guys, because it is powerful. The sprays are so reasonable at a retail price point. And, like I said, people have been selling them for $25, $30, $35. Some of those products that you can get are almost 100%. And another good thing, tax deductible. When you're buying products for your business, it's actually tax deductible too in terms of inventory. So that's another good tip for you. So the last one in planning your TTP is inviting practices. So when you're going to be inviting people, always share your enthusiasm and excitement about the products and this opportunity. If you call people and you say, hey, would you like to come over for a TTP? I don't know, it's not really exciting. Say, oh my gosh, I need you to come over to my house on Saturday. I have this amazing event planned. I found out about these vitamin sprays. They're so amazing. They have look, I can't even go over it. You just need to come to my house, okay? We're going to be doing it this time. Come over, okay? Can you make it? Okay, well, yeah, I guess I'll be there. What are you talking about? You just have to come over. Man, I'm telling you, it is so exciting. You just have to be there. Now people are like, well, what are you talking about? I want to go and see why you're acting all crazy and all, hopped up on V-Boost. So always share your enthusiasm. Personal invitations are probably the most effective. When you get face-to-face or a personal call, email and e-write. I posted something on Facebook that I thought was really, really funny. 10 years ago, when you got an email and, on AOL said, you got mail, that was like the most exciting sound. Nobody wanted any plain mail. You got so much of that trash. Nobody cared about it. Now, today, you get 409 unread emails in your inbox that when you get like a personal invitation, you're like, ooh, who is this from? Someone actually put a stamp on those? They sell those? How much are stamps? So it's really exciting for people to have that personal connection with you. Remember, a lot of your first TTPs, these are going to be your family and your friends. You know, they're not going to be responding to e-bites as much. But email and text are a good way to follow up, and you are going to want to follow up 24 and 48 hours before the presentation, because a lot of times people forget. You want to give people enough time so that they can plan their week, but by the time it comes to the event time, they might forget. So you want to make sure that you're reaching out to them, that you're confirming to them. I also read one place where it was, this was a great way to get people to the TPP. They were asked them to bring something like, oh, can you bring the ice? Yeah, I'm not going to have time to get any ice. Can you bring the ice to the TPP? And then now they're responsible for bringing something, so they're more likely to show up. So that's just another tip that I heard that I thought was really cute. Okay, so your TPP and the structure. So first, when people come in, is you want to greet your guests personally. Build rapport with the people that you don't know. You know, let your friends know that they can invite friends. If they say, oh, well, you know, I'm going out with so-and-so, well, come on, it's only an hour and a half. You know, I'd love to meet your friend. You know, you want to make sure that you go around as the host, that you greet everyone personally. And the next one is to have everyone sign into a guest book or a sign-in sheet. This one is really, really important, and it's like one of those small things that you tend to forget, but I'll tell you why it's really important. When I had some of my first TPPs, this is back in the day, remember Pasadena, when we had no products, we didn't know anything that was going on, we just had nothing but sheer excitement on our side. And one of our partners invited a guest, and she got stuck at work, the partner did, and her guest ended up coming. Well, her guest came, and none of us knew who she was or what she was doing, but she stayed throughout the whole presentation, and then she left. And then the partner asked, you know, did my guest so-and-so sign in? And I was like, I don't know. What did she look like? So we're trying to figure out who this lady was, and she didn't know that she invited more than just one guest, and we couldn't figure out who the guest was that showed up. So it's really important that you guys have a sign-in sheet, just from my own personal experience, and you'll want to use it for follow-up, because once you have everybody's contact information, that's a great way for you to follow up with people, ask them how the sprays are working for them, ask them if they have any questions. You know, maybe this is a good opportunity if they do have questions to get a three-way call involved. So you got to have their information so you can follow up with them. You know, you want to introduce the guests to one another. It's a social event. You know, you want people to feel really comfortable. You want them to know everybody that's in the room. You know, so just make sure that everybody knows everyone, that you've greeted everyone properly, and that everybody's signed in. So sharing the product. So usually, and like I said, this is not Bible. This is not something you have to do. This is just a recommended guideline. These are some of the TTPs that I've been in. Some of them have relied heavily on the product. Some of them have relied heavily on the opportunity. And I usually think it just deals with the experience of the presenter and how much they know about it. So the first part is we share the products. You can use the PowerPoint, or you can just pass around sprays so that people can have an opportunity to spray themselves. They can taste it. They can look at the ingredients that are on it, which are really important to a lot of people with green personalities. Me personally, I'm like, okay, you say that's what it has in it. You say that's how it works. Okay, I got you. Some people really like to look at it, and some people get really detailed. They're like, well, exactly how many, how much of the Garcinia cambogia is actually in here? I'm like, really? Who cares? But you know what? I'm not judging, because that's everyone's personality is different, and it's just not mine. But that's why you want to make sure that you're filling everybody's senses, because you're going to have people who want to see the ingredients. That was kind of my point. You know, it's great that you can have some product testimonies. And so if you don't have a product testimony of yourself, you can grab some from Facebook, reach out to the people on Facebook. I mean, I've seen so many people just posting their own things on Facebook. So you want to make sure that you get connected to 10 Prosperity Team or Tenacious Generation, and go on there and just look at some of the different testimonials that are out there. Reach out to your upline, your sideline, especially if you're new and maybe you don't have a product story, because, you know, facts tell and stories sell, right? Yeah, facts tell and stories sell. So people love to hear stories about what's going on. There's also some great videos about these ingredients. There's a great one with Dr. Oz and, I can't remember, the lady from Good Morning America.
Diane Sawyer.
And they have thank you, Diane Sawyer, a great video, really quick, but it talks about vitamin D and how important it is and how many people are deficient. And one of the things that people always walk away with in these presentations is how much they didn't know about these ingredients and how useful they are to the body. And, you know, I always tell people about me personally. Nobody ever told me about vitamin D. Nobody ever told me to have my levels checked. So I didn't know that it was something that I really needed to have in my body. And so, you know, you want to make sure that you have some other things that validate the things that you're saying. And one of those videos is really, really good, and the product testimonies are going to be really, really good too. So a recommendation, you can talk about one product, give a testimony, or watch a video, and then move on to the next product. Usually instead of going back and forth, because I've seen presentations with both. I've seen presentations where people get so excited that they try and talk about all 4 products at once because they really do kind of work all together. And then I've seen presentations that you talk about one product and then move on to the next one. The one product and moving on to the next one is the most clear for your audience, because even though you may know a lot about these products and get really, really passionate about it, usually the person that you're talking to, the guests that you have there, don't know anything about it, and you want to structure things in their mind so that it makes sense to them. So it's good to go, if you're going to talk about vitamin D, do all your vitamin D videos, all your vitamin D product testimonies, all your vitamin D information at once, and then move on to the next product. So that's just a recommendation just because I've seen it both ways. The next one is to share the opportunity. And so we have PowerPoints that are out there. I've seen a couple of them out there. They're out there, again, in those Facebook pages, or you can reach out to me or your upline, and they'll be more than happy to send over the PowerPoint for you. And you want to make sure, that you're utilizing technology. So if you're new and you're saying, well, I don't know enough about the opportunity to present it, I could probably study it on I could probably look at the slides and do the products, but I don't know about the opportunity. It's kind of confusing to me still. This is where you want to get technology involved. And you can use the My Video Talk tools. You can use Skype or Uru or something like that where you're connecting with someone over the Internet and get someone from your upline or your sideline to do that presentation for you. There's also some videos online that I've done of the presentation. You're more than welcome to play my videos. I know Vicky Soto has one on 10spray.biz, I think it is. Vicky, maybe you can sign in later and let me know exactly what that website is. But again, if you go back to the Facebook page, there's lots of different videos on there. So you don't have to feel like, oh, I have to present the video. No. There's lots of videos, and I have videos of old webinars out there. There's some on YouTube that you're more than welcome to use to present the opportunity. And if you don't want to use technology and you're like, I'm going to go it alone, I always recommend doing a diagram. And so, I don't have time to explain it now, but maybe one day I'll go back and show you guys how I used to do the old diagram where you draw the circles and you draw within the circles. So maybe if I have another chance, I'll show you guys how to do that. So you want to use a PowerPoint, use one of the videos that are online, so reach out to someone if you don't have a video, or you can use a diagram. You want to use something visual because the binary, even though it's very, very simple, once you learn it, it can be very confusing to people who have never heard it before. Okay, so the last ones are close with your why. You don't want to connect with your guests. Let them know, share your heart with them. Let them know why this was so important to you, because then people can probably find something that's similar in your story. Maybe your why is you wanted to stay home with your kids. Maybe your why is because you wanted to provide for your children or your grandchildren. Maybe your why is because you're tired of working at a job and living paycheck to paycheck. Share your heart with people, because when they feel that honesty and that sincerity, they all of a sudden have this connection with you and they want to be involved in whatever it is that you're doing. So be open and honest with your guests to kind of share your why so that they can connect with you on that level. And you want to make sure that you pass out applications to everyone. Doesn't matter if they ask for one. You don't have to have them ask for one. Have them walk away with one so they have something to think about. And then you want to do a call to action. This is collecting those applications. This is asking people if they're ready to buy some products, come over here to this table, or get back to the person that you want. You want to make sure that you're giving some people an opportunity to get involved. If you just leave it at, okay, well, there's our presentation, thank you, have a nice day, a lot of times people will just walk away. Even though they want to do it, they might just walk away because you've given them an easy out. When you kind of give them that call to action, when you kind of share your why with them, when you say, okay, now we're collecting, I love what Pastor Dale said, the first one to turn it in can get $100 off. That's a call to action. That's saying, you got to do it right now. Make your decision right now. So a lot of people will take it as an opportunity to talk themselves out of it. And I don't know why people do that, but they get scared. They get scared of something, oh, maybe this is too good to be true, and I'm not sure if I can really do this. And so when you don't give them a call to action, they're not motivated enough to get up and do something. And so that's the last thing that you want to make sure that you do, is that you pass out applications, you give people an opportunity to get involved. And then if you have time, you want to do a quick start training for people. Let them stay for the next 10, 15 minutes and give them a quick start training. Go over the 10 steps, to success. You can talk about, okay, let's plan, or if nothing else, have them plan their next TTP party. So when are you going to have it? Let me look at my schedule so I can be there for you. You want to get them involved immediately, because I love what Memo says. We should be about helping our people make money, because when people make money, they're more likely to stay in the business. And so if you just kind of get people signed up, give them an application, take their application, sign them up, and send them on their way, you know, when they get the box full of sprays, they're not going to know what to do. You're going to want to make sure that you give them a quick start training. You want to make sure you send out a welcome package to them. You want to make sure that you connect with them. You want to make sure that they get plugged into a call like this, or a Tuesday, Thursday call, or all the TTPs that are going on around, so they have a chance to get plugged in so that they can be successful in this business. Okay, I know I'm 4 minutes over, but I was trying to wrap it up really quickly. I guess I wrote too many notes this time. All right, back to you, Pastor Denise and Pastor Dale.
Nikisha, Bond, thank you so very much, and I hope that you all took notes, because the very first thing you want to do coming into the team family is to schedule your TTP. And as Nikisha said, TTP is an acronym for 10 tasting party. That's when you invite your guests and your friends, and you have the sprays with you so they can taste the sprays and try the sprays. See the full PowerPoint presentation of the product and of the compensation plan. And Pastor Dale, I want you to come, if you can come, Pastor Dale, and kind of run through the 4 vitamin sprays that we now have and touch on the new one that's coming in before we close up the call, please, sir.
Yeah, of course, we have the vitamin sprays that are very popular. As you mentioned earlier on, we have the D3, as Nikisha mentioned earlier. If you look at the Dr. Oz and Diane Sawyer video, it talked about 100 million Americans being vitamin D deficient, and only 6 out of 10 even know, or even 6 out of 10 don't even know that they're vitamin D deficient. And if you just, when you do your TTPs, if you ask everybody in there, how many of you know your vitamin D level, you're going to see probably 10% or 20% of the room is going to say they know them. That just goes to show you that there's so many people who don't know their vitamin D level, and they don't know the importance of the vitamin D in your body. And so when we have a product that 100 million Americans are going to be looking for, that's just in the U.S. We've launched in other countries as well. When you look at that, we can build $1 billion brand just off of that one product. But we didn't stop there. We went on to the vitamin B12. So here you have your D3, 6, and 12, which is the largest vitamin in your body that works to mitigate and to make sure that your organs work well, whether it's your kidneys, your lungs, or whatever the organs there are. It helps you to help them to work well. It also gives you that cognitive thinking and focus that you need throughout the day. So it's a very good thing. Most people look at it from an energy standpoint, getting the level of energy in their bodies that they need to either compete as an athlete or just have enough energy to get through the day. So that's a huge product for a market there, your vitamin B12. And then we have what we call our Super 10. Super 10 is built around super antioxidant superfoods, and we have such as the acai berry, goji berry, and maki berry. These are the superfoods that has super antioxidants that gets into your body to help you to decrease inflammation in your body so that you can be healthier. And as you know, there's a lot of sicknesses and disease, from high blood pressure, diabetes, arthritis, asthma, the allergies, all of these different areas that are fueled by inflammation. And if you can get that inflammation down, you're going to be overall much healthier. So that's our Super 10. And then we have our Slim by 10 that really people are talking about, because people are losing 10 pounds, 20 pounds, 30 pounds, 50 pounds, 75 pounds. You have so many people that are losing so much weight, and all they're doing is spraying their way to health. They're not having to change their diet. They're not having to join the gym, get a membership at the gym. They're not having to run 5 miles a day. They're just spraying this great product that has a tremendous delivery system under their tongues, in their sublingual glands, and it's getting into their bloodstream, 85 to 98% absorption, and it is taking people, and that weight is just melting off. It is just amazing what's happening with that product. And then, last but not least, we have our new product that's soon to be released, and that product is called our Cell Energy. Oh my! The Cell Energy that has the built around ingredients, such as your resveratrol, the alpha-lipoic acid. You have also the main ingredient, which we have in there as well, is what we call the glutathione. Now, that there is what this whole product, Cell Energy, is built around. And when you think about glutathione, I would suggest that you go to Google and Google glutathione to see how important it is in your body. It is going to be tremendous. It's one of the most powerful antioxidants in your body, one of the biggest molecules in your body. This is something that you need in your body at a cellular level so that your cells can get the energy and the help it needs to repair itself, to become stronger, and to give you energy and overall vitality and health. That is going to be a huge, huge product as well. So glutathione is our Cell Energy, Super 10, B12, what we call our B-Boost, and our D3, which we call our D-Power. Those are our 5 products, and those are products that change people's lives. Let me also say, before Pastor Denise closes today, you don't want to miss the call tomorrow. We got a special announcement coming tomorrow. So if you want to get on the call, many people are asking, how do we do certain things and get things done? Well, I'm telling you, you're going to want to be on the call tomorrow. Great special announcement. It's going to help you overall in your business to be much more effective in what you're doing. So get everybody that you know on the call tomorrow so you can hear that special announcement. Back to you, Ben.
Special announcements. We love special announcements. Special announcements are exciting. But Bill said, be on the call tomorrow. Here's some more great things that's happening here in Team Up the Network as you begin to grow your business, and you're on this course of greatness because it's happening right before your very eyes. It's happening right now. Your life is changing right now today. You are entangled with something that's going to change your life forever, health-wise and wealth-wise. Well, it's been a great call today. We're going to go out to Atlanta, Georgia, to Kevin Vaughn, one-star Kevin Vaughn, with our quote for the day. Kevin, are you there, sir?
Absolutely, Pastor Dale. Pastor Denise, 1 star is the best on the planet. How y'all doing today?
Woo! We are doing great, Kevin Vaughn. How are you, sir?
Nikisha Vaughn, doing great. Pastor, everybody excited out there? Is everybody excited out there? Yes, I think they are. I know they are. I love it. Hey, a couple quick comments, Pastor. You guys talked about some great stuff. Great job, Miss Nikisha Vaughn. You're always right on point there. And someone mentioned about return on investment. I got a new one, but you guys always stimulating the thought here on everything here. We got a new one for our business here. Instead of return on investment, which is ROI, we got one called ROYS. It's called return on your spray. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, because you're going to get a big return. I think Pastor Dale mentioned about the return and the money coming later on, 4 or 5 years, whatever it's going to take, you're going to be very, very glad that you joined 10, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm excited about that. Another thing that Nikisha talked about, too, is setting up the TTPs. That was powerful. One thing I want to encourage Pastor Dale, Pastor Denise, and Nikisha is that get your young people and young adults involved in helping set up, technology-wise, set up the TTPs. Just want to encourage that. So, folks, those in your family that know how to run that laptop, know how to bring up the presentation and, of course, the awesome website, encourage your young people to help you out, okay? And I just want to share that with everybody because our young people, man, they just know this stuff back and forward, and they can just help out, help you set up, bring websites up, and get on YouTube and find the awesome testimonies from, on D3, and D12. So, guys, anything you need out there, give me a call if you need some help on that, as far as what you got to do, what they need to do. Give me a call at 404-401-0233, 404-401-0233 on the technology side, and we can help your young people or somebody in your family or friends that can help you set your TTP. We want you to be successful, but you got to have the tools and the knowledge of that. So I wanted to share that with them, Pastor, so they can have that information. So anything we can do to help you guys get excited about that. And also we thank Mel and McGill. They are amazing. I want to encourage, like you said, everybody needs to be on that call. You better keep on that call tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, and you better dial in early too, right? That's another
right.
thing.
Get in early.
You better dial in early tomorrow, boy. I'll make sure I'm going to do that. Hey, here we got some quotes. Hey, quotes are on success. Nikisha talked about that. Pastor Dale talked about it. Pastor Denise talked about it. Today we're going to have 3 quotes on success. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The first one is from Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee, the martial arts professional. Always be yourself, right? That's the first thing, ladies and gentlemen. Always be yourself. Express yourself. Have faith in yourself. I know Pastor Denise, Pastor Dale, love that one. Have faith in yourself. Do not go out and look for successful personality and duplicate it. Ladies and gentlemen, read that again. Do not go out and look for a successful personality and duplicate it. Just be yourself. Express yourself. and have faith in yourself. I love it. Winston Churchill said, success is not final. Woo! Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Woo! Never give up, ladies and gentlemen. Come on now. We got to work that comp plan, and we got a lot of people to help. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot. It's going to be millions, literally billions of people are going to see these sprays, ladies and gentlemen, in the future, so you want to be a part of that. The last quote of the day, Pastor Dale, Pastor Denise, and Nikisha, is from Michelle Obama, the First Lady of the United States of the free world. I love it. Success isn't about how much money you make. It's about the difference you make in people's lives. Woo! Thank you, Pastor Dale, Pastor Denise. I love you.
Thank you. One star, Kevin Bond in Atlanta, Georgia. Kevin is our number one star that's in Atlanta, Georgia. So I know we have a lot of business partners, Kevin, that's in Atlanta, Georgia. So I'm pretty sure they're going to be reaching out to you pretty soon. We're going to connect them with you, as well as the team that we have in New Jersey. We're going to make sure everybody's connected and getting the information that they need to grow their business. I also want you to be reminded, especially those who are new, who are just coming in, just signed up within the last week or so, please make sure that you sponsor your left and your right. You have to, and in order to qualify for the full compensation plan, you have to sponsor a left and a right. I mean, you need to get your two business partners sponsored right away because we're growing so rapidly, and that's a volume that you could be collecting already just for being in right now. If you don't get your left and your right sponsored, that means the volume that's coming under you is going to roll up to the next person. So your next mission is to make sure you get two new business partners assigned to you so you can qualify and start collecting on that compensation plan. Don't take that lightly. It's so important because that's how fast we're growing. Well, family, and don't forget, take advantage of the March Madness promotion. We still got a few hours left. If you have two business partners already on the diamond package, all you need is one more today, let's say before 9 o'clock tonight. Before 9 o'clock tonight, if you have at least 3 new business partners and on the diamond package, that's for the month of March, you qualify to win a mini iPad. So some of you only got one more to go. Let's make it happen. Let's get out there and get that third person signed up so you can collect your mini iPad. On May the 17th, as you know, is our big event in San Francisco at Treasure Island. You should be registered for the big event, 10 University, taking place on May the 17th at Treasure Island in San Francisco. That's going to be a big event and exciting. A lot of things are going to happen that day. Well, thank you all for being here today. As Pastor Dale said, he said, be on the call tomorrow. There's going to be some great announcements being made. You don't want to miss that. Have your guest on the phone and be ready to roll. We're making it happen here with our 10 vitamin sprays. And we want to thank you all for being here with us today. And know this, family. You are loved and greatly appreciated.
Wow.
Thank you, Kevin Bond. Thank you, Nikisha Bond. Thank you, guys. Love you so much. Have a blessed day. Mwah.